Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. If we haven't met before, hi, my name is Haley, and I like to read books and talk about them online. And today's video is going to be a cozy fall reading vlog, which I am so excited about. Fall is in full swing right now. I've been making my way through my list of fall and spooky season reads, and it's finally October, so what better time to do a cozy fall reading vlog? This is also perfect because at the time that I'm filming this video, it is a long weekend here in Canada. It's Thanksgiving weekend, so I have an extra day off work, an extra day to be cozy, and an extra day to read as much as I can. I have 2 books picked out that I'm going to be reading, and I'm really hoping that I can finish both of them in this vlog so that I can give you guys my full thoughts and opinions on them. I actually started reading both of these books yesterday, so I am a few chapters into both of them. I have been saving both of these books specifically for October. I feel like these are 2 books that just need to be read in October, so I'm very excited about both of these. The first book I'm reading is Heathens by Nicole Fiorina. I am going into these books mostly blind, so I will tell you what I have learned about them both based on the first few chapters. So I think this one is kind of a spooky gothic romance with elements of fantasy in it. This book is following our FMC Fallon. She was born in a secluded town called Weeping Hollow, a town that has a history of strange traditions, superstitions, and magic. But when she was young, her parents basically decided to move her away to Texas so that she could live a normal life. And she grew up with a caretaker who told her stories of Weeping Hollow her whole life. Now she's grown up and she has to return to the mysterious town of Weeping Hollow to take care of her grandfather, who is her last living relative. Once she arrives in the town, she starts learning a little bit more about the town's history. The town is home to 2 rival covens who have a long history of animosity, and she also comes across this group of individuals who are known as the Hollow Heathens. They are very mysterious, and they are supposedly cursed. So seeing their faces will evoke people's deepest fears. And where I'm at in this book right now, Fallon has had a few encounters with the Hollow Heathens, specifically Julian, who I believe is our male main character. They seem to be very drawn to each other, and the plot so far is really mysterious and spooky, so I'm absolutely loving this so far, and I cannot wait to see where this story goes. This book is definitely giving Halloween vibes, which is what I was hoping for, so I think this is going to be a really fun one to keep reading. The second book I will also be reading is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is a mix of dark fantasy, dark academia, and murder mystery, so even just after the first few chapters, this has been very intriguing. What I have learned so far is we are following our FMC Alex. She receives a full scholarship to Yale University solely because of the fact that she can see ghosts. And what's really cool about this is the version of Yale in this book has 8 secret societies that use magic for power. So they want Alex at the university because of this ability she possesses, but it's one that she's really struggled with throughout her life. At one point in time, she had a mentor, but it seems that that mentor has gone missing, so she's really on her own. And right where I left off in this book, Alex has just found out that there has been a murder on campus. So I'm really intrigued to see where this murder mystery plot will go and how her ability will tie into all of it. I think this is going to be a really fun, mysterious read. I love dark academia in the fall, and the fact that this has ghosts and those fantasy elements as well feels so perfect for spooky season and October. So I cannot wait to dive further into this one and continue reading it throughout this vlog. So that is my little reading lineup. I will probably jump back and forth between these throughout the weekend depending on which one I feel like picking up, but I am very eager to read both of these, so I cannot wait to get reading. I have a few things I need to do before I can sit down and fully immerse myself in these books, so I'm going to go do those tasks first, get that out of the way, and then I will come back, start reading, and check in with you guys a little bit later. So I will see you guys a little bit later tonight. Okay, I thought this would be a good time to do a little check-in. I am on page 277 of this book, and I'm still really loving it. There is still a lot of mystery going on in this plot, and there probably will be until the end. It's that kind of book, and I feel like there's some plot twists to come in this book, so I'm really excited to see what happens. I think I mentioned at the start of this video that there was a murder on campus, and that is kind of the main part of the narrative. Our FMC Alex is really investigating that and trying to figure out what happened because she does think it is linked to the secret societies. She has a reason to believe that the secret societies have played a part in this somehow, so she is investigating the best she can. Now that she doesn't have her mentor, Darlington, she's trying to figure this out by herself for the first time. Usually she had him to rely on, but now she's really on her own, and this is where her ability comes into play. She is using her ability to see ghosts to kind of help her get clues as to what may have happened, and at the same time, she's hoping this can help her find Darlington and figure out where he went, because obviously his disappearance was mysterious, and she wants to find him. So I'm really enjoying this. I'm really loving the plot. I love how there's a good balance between the dark academia elements and the more fantasy magical elements. I'm also enjoying the little moments of humor. I don't know if I kept the clip in of me laughing, but there was a really gross and funny scene that actually made me laugh out loud, so I'm enjoying that aspect of this too. And I also really like Leigh Bardugo's writing. This is the first Leigh Bardugo book I have ever read, so I'm really liking this. I think her writing is great. I think this is a really creative story, and yeah, that's kind of my update for now. I'm really excited to continue reading this. I'm really enjoying it. So that's where I'm at with this one. I just wanted to do a little check-in with you guys before I call it a night on the vlog. I'm ready to get in bed, and I think I'm going to do some immersive reading of this one where I listen to the audiobook while reading. I am very much in my immersive reading and audiobook era right now, and I'm really loving it. So I'm ready to put my headphones on and get into bed for the night, but I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully I will have some more updates. Hello friends, it is now the next day, and I finished Ninth House this morning, and I have kind of just spent the morning reflecting on this book, getting my thoughts together on everything, and I think I'm going to rate this one somewhere between 4 and 4.5. I really enjoyed this book. I love how this blended dark academia with fantasy and occult magic. There is a lot that I really loved about this book, but after some reflection, the reason I didn't give this book 5 stars is I just had a few moments where I felt a little bit confused while reading this. I honestly think that's more of a me problem though, so I think I am leaning towards 4.5 for this one. There is just a lot of information given in this book, especially in the first half. There are so many different characters and places and the societies. It was just a lot of information at times, especially with the past and present timeline. So there were just a few moments where it felt a tad bit overwhelming, but despite that, I still really loved this book. I found it so cool how Leigh Bardugo took Yale and used that as the setting, but then added in these magical elements and secret societies to it. I loved the murder mystery plot in this, mixed with the paranormal elements, and having a main character with the ability to see ghosts and kind of using that to help her figure out what's going on with this murder. I think this story and the plot is really fantastic. It's an intricate story. There were quite a few plot twists that I didn't see coming. I feel like this book is just so creative and overall a really great read. I really like where things leave off at the end of this book. I feel like it leaves us in a place of excitement for what's to come in the next book, and based on how this ends, I feel like book 2 has the potential to be even better for me. I'm really excited to see where book 2 will go, so I am very excited for that, and overall I'm really happy with this book. I think it's a great dark fall read, but I do think if you're going to read this one, you should really take your time with it and read it slowly so that you can really just absorb all of the information this book gives you. I think taking your time with it will definitely give you the best reading experience. But one other thing I do want to note about this book is it is quite dark, so that is something to keep in mind with this one. There's definitely a lot of dark, gruesome scenes, almost horror-esque moments throughout this book, but we are dealing with ghosts and we do have a murder mystery plot, and this book does have some darker subject matter in general. There are some dark and potentially triggering scenes in this book, so before you dive into this one, I would definitely recommend checking the trigger warnings. Okay, so first book of this vlog is complete, and I'm very happy with that. I feel like Ninth House was a great choice. I have been wanting to read it for so long, and it was definitely very fitting for the season, so I'm super happy to have finally read this one. And now for the rest of the vlog, I am going to continue on reading Hollow Heathens, which I am still very much enjoying, but after focusing on Ninth House for the last day, I am ready to entirely focus on Hollow Heathens and fully immerse myself in that world, and hopefully I will finish it in this vlog. This is honestly the perfect weekend for this. The weather is so gloomy, it's windy, it's a little bit rainy, and it has continued to be this way the entire weekend, so I am loving these cozy reading vibes, and I'm going to continue making the most of it. I do have to take a brief intermission on the reading today because I have a Thanksgiving dinner tonight, so I will be attending that, but then hopefully when I get home I can lock in, get cozy, and get a lot of reading done. Also gonna do a little bit of reading this afternoon before I go, so that's my plan for right now, and I will check in with you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, this is going to be my final check-in of this vlog. This weekend has gotten a little bit busier than I expected. I have a second, somewhat spontaneous Thanksgiving dinner tonight that I need to get ready for now, so unfortunately I have to call it a day on the reading. I managed to get a little over 50% into Hollow Heathens. I'm sad that I couldn't finish it in this vlog, but it's okay. I have been reading this one a little bit slower because I am annotating it. I'm still really enjoying this book, and I'm finding it to be such an atmospheric read. The town of Weeping Hollow is so spooky, and I love it. The pull between our two main characters is still getting stronger despite the forbidden aspect of it, and I'm really enjoying seeing that unfold. There is still a lot of mystery in this plot, especially regarding the history of things, and the Hollow Heathens who are cursed obviously don't want to be cursed, so they are also trying to figure out how to break this curse. And I don't want to give any spoilers, so that's all I'm really going to say about this, but I'm loving the romance, I'm loving the spooky vibes, and I'm absolutely loving Nicole Fiorina's writing. The writing in this is so poetic. There's been so many passages I have just stopped to annotate and highlight because it's so beautiful, so I'm really loving that aspect of this book as well. This is the first time I'm reading a book by Nicole Fiorina, and I definitely want to pick up more of her books after this. So I think this is where I'm going to end this vlog. I'm so happy about both of the books I read in this vlog. They are both perfect to read in fall and spooky season, so if you haven't read Ninth House or Hollow Heathens yet, then I highly recommend adding both of those to your TBR. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this cozy fall reading vlog. If you have already read Ninth House or Hollow Heathens, I would love to know what you thought of them, so definitely let me know in the comments. I hope you are having the most cozy fall so far. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!